Hey, gorgeous friend, how are you? Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. I'm a little late today. I did record last night, and as I was uploading, I don't know what I did, but somehow deleted the video. Can't find it, don't know where it is. I searched the whole thing. Mercury in retrograde, having a little play with me. But let's get into it. We're going to do another session right now. I would have liked to get on earlier, but sometimes those things don't happen. But another little revelation for you guys that I thought was pretty cool. I'm not sure if it was just in the extended, but it may have been here on YouTube as well. There was a song that kept playing in my head last week with something about the lyrics "rock steady," and it's been kind of on my mind still, and coincidence, which we know there's no such thing as coincidences, right? I had met someone, and it's one of the first things they said something to me about being rock steady, which I found interesting. Anyway, but last night I had the music playing as I was drifting off, and I woke up this morning, I'm like, I heard those lyrics. So I went through to try and find what the song was. And I want to read the lyrics because I feel like this is important for someone because it kept coming through. But the song is called Ahead of Myself by Ex-Ambassadors. And hang on, I better sorry, I'm not trying to play it, but what I want to do is just share the lyric that was connected to this because I think it's important for someone here. But it was saying, thought I was ready for someone else, but every time I get ahead of myself, thought I was rock steady, that I didn't need no help, but every time I get ahead of myself. Guess I went ahead and jumped the gun again, some city situation that I put you in. And I know we poured the champagne, maybe we just too quick to celebrate. So I don't know where that may resonate. I feel that could be a little bit of past energy recognition coming up. But yeah, grab the song. I'll even put the link to that list that I have. It's time to release negativity. Go see that one. I'll put the link below so you can access the song from YouTube. But yeah, I just found it really interesting. It came up again and I just thought, what is going on here? So I don't know if that resonates for anyone, but maybe if you listen to the whole song, I really like that crew. So let's connect in, Pisces. Let's just see what's coming up for you. And yeah, another message coming through right now is that wherever there has been something not progressing the way that you're wanting, or a little bit of feeling, not necessarily rejection, but not getting the things that you want, please know it's opening space for where you're meant to be right now. And I think that's really important. And at the end of this week, I think it's going to shine a bit more light on what that is, okay? We've got don't let pride get in your way. What do you need to release? So we've got full moon in Leo, waning moon. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn, and you are good enough. It's interesting that I find this one comes up a lot, you being good enough, Pisces. So I feel like that sometimes there's doubts that creep in, but Spirit's reminding you that sometimes in the making, it's the parts of us that we identify on the journey that allows us to grow, expand. That's where our work is working, and sometimes too, as part of that, it's saying more no's than yes, right? To say yes to the right thing. Interestingly, with don't let pride get in your way, there can be something here around, sometimes when there is overconfidence, we're missing the little intricate parts that I feel this is more to do with feeling, to be honest, right now with full moon in Leo. It's kind of like you might be getting super excited and connected in a certain situation that's kind of clouding your view. I'm getting this more like rose-colored glasses right now. That's the energy I'm getting from this. So just be mindful of that, because it could be distracting you or slowing down your pace or something of that nature. And it's just because you're feeling good or maybe feeling excited about it, but it's also too giving you a new energy. But are you applying the energy correctly? And that's the part of the rose-colored glasses that I feel is coming on in. So let's dive in a little bit deeper and see what else this is and what we need to know. Thank you, Spirit. So we've got prosperity begins. We've got solitude, discontent and boredom, solar plexus energy. Okay, I'm just going to dive into this, and I'm going to get some further clarifiers. All right, guys. So with prosperity begins, again, there's something here that is blessing you right now. There's some gift that I feel has come your way, and I'm just still getting this sense like you see it, you acknowledge it, but I don't know what you're actually doing with it, which is really interesting. It's like, I don't know if it's a win of some kind for you naturally, but that's not the end goal or the end game. I feel there's still much energy and effort to put into this, because it's just the one pentacle, but it's the blessing that arrives. But I think someone or a situation is getting caught on that and sucked in on that, and saying that respectfully, so you can look at it and go, well, what else do I need to do here with it? Okay. So in between that, with what do you need to release and solitude, there's a situation here that I feel is unfolding, again, just to really look at the situation like from a bird's eye view right now, because I think there's just something getting a little bit tripped up in the energy, and it can happen, right? Especially with where we are right now. But again, it's just something to pay attention to, and you may get these answers in ways that you're not expecting by spending that little bit of time with yourself, for yourself. And if you're not doing that, that's an incredibly powerful thing to do when you can be in silence, whether it's walking in nature, whether it's just choosing to meditate, or just spending time alone. And not alone in a sense of like TV on, music on, sound on. It's alone, connecting with self, connecting with source, connecting with spirit, because that's where in that stillness is where the fight really happens for self. So there's something there about that, guys. With your hard work is paying off, you've got discontent and boredom. There seems to be like you may think you're not making progress here, or you can't see the progress and you're getting a little bit hard on yourself. Keep pushing through. Okay, you kind of got your back looking at the wrong things here. So how do we change that perspective right now? So you might be in a little bit of a lull, being hard on yourself. You're wanting results. You're wanting things to move faster. It's coming. It's just pausing for right now. Okay, just to let you know. In addition, we've got you are good enough and solar plexus chakra. So this is a part of your sexy self, moving forward, your sexy self, doing the things that you need to do to really move forward, power ahead, and create right now. So whatever that creative spark, that creative energy that you want to build upon, that's time is now. And I say that sexy part because it's part of the sexual transmutation, that sexual energy that is the ground force of I'll say the beauty from within. It's like a glow that you have because you're owning self. It's very feminine, powerful energy source, okay? And that's what this is really showing right now. Empress energy, right? To really own who you are. Own those parts of you, your creativity, your intuition, your magnetism. And I think that's really important to remember those parts of you, but putting them into action, into practicality, especially with Virgo, right? But also the thing with the full moon is not doing things that don't make you feel good. not spending time with people that don't make you feel good. We want to reverse that and go, okay, what are the things that I'm enjoying doing that lift my energy? What are the people, or who are the people, the activities that lift me as I'm, going through that process kind of thing, or as I'm trying to head a certain direction, right? Is what I feel is to be paid attention to right now. All right, let's get a little bit more on what this prosperity begins and what we need to know. I've just got a super itchy nose, which is really random. Oh, okay. Wisdom, Hierophant energy. It's interesting. I definitely felt Hierophant energy come on in. But you've also got Virgo energy here as well. All right, so you got Virgo showing up here. We've got Capricorn, Leo, air. Sorry, not air, the fire energy. So with this wisdom energy, Turian energy, what is it that it's like you're coming into contact with something, or there's a little part of, I feel remembrance here, Pisces. I'm not sure what that's about, but there's a little reflection of self to look at. I'm going to have to dive more into that. That's an interesting energy that's showing up. There's something about self-reflection on your journey that's showing up with this Hierophant energy. So a bit more of a little spiritual insight. But this could also be, again, the commitment that you are making to yourself or making with other people. And maybe as part of that, again, to reflect, because sometimes we can get caught up in the energy, and there's lessons you've learned for a reason. There's experiences you've been through for a reason. And I know when we're caught up in a really good energy, something that's super exciting, it's easy to get sucked back in. And I just feel there's something to reflect on here. I'm not sure exactly what that is. We'll dive in a little bit deeper. And then we've got the third chakra. So I feel like this is where the insights are going to come in of things that you might need to just tweak, let go of, shift, reassess in your life with this third chakra energy. Got a lot of, okay, I like this. We've got 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles showing up for your hard work is paying off. Which is confirmation, guys, that whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're investing in right now, you're going to get the rewards, the benefits, the harvest here, okay? But it's patience too, and it's not stopping. It's the activity, the energy to keep going, to keep shifting and keep moving in that's going to be very supportive. You will see the results, and you'll start seeing things, giving from all your efforts. So don't give up there if that's what is coming up, okay? And then let's get a little bit more on this solar plexus energy. Love it. So we've got passion ignited and then the universe. So with this world energy showing up, again, I'm getting a sense here that there are things that are shifting, and it's just shifting at their own pace, like usual, universe doing its thing. But this is in support of your path, your journey, your destination right now. So if there is any question of if you're on the right path, I feel that's you being potentially a little bit disconnected from your true self, because you know the truth if you're on the right path or not. And if you're questioning whether you're on the right path or not, maybe that's the reason you're asking that question, because something feels off. Are you paying attention to synchronicities? Are you paying attention to how you're feeling? If you're being hard on yourself because the results aren't coming as quick as you want, I can understand that, but it doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. It just might mean that you're waiting for evidence, right? That's where fear can come in if you're not getting the evidence and actualizing something. You think, well, hang on, is this working the right way? I'm not getting the results. I guess a part of it too, like, are you at peace? Are you creating through your true sense of spirit and self? Because here too, with this passion ignited, this is the Ace of Wands, and then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So offer creativity, something sparking here in terms of something new that you're doing. And I feel this is a new chapter that you're being, in its own way too, kind of guided for this fresh start, this fresh beginning, putting yourself out there in new ways with this world energy. So this is going to shift out this chapter, this season of hard work. Not saying that the next chapter isn't going to be, dedicated, devoted work that's necessary to keep up whatever it is that you're investing in, working for or towards. But this is a different energy of that hardship, this little, like, I don't know, I feel like you've been on a bit of a merry-go-round right now. And while there can be different things to ride and experience, it's still going around the same freaking circle, You might have different music and a bit of different scenery now and then, but at the end of the day, it's like, when am I going to get off this ride? Because it's just not making sense. And that could be this part of you that's doing the work, but as you're doing the work and as you're having faith and as you're connecting and trusting in yourself, exploring and doing all these things, it's happening. If you're putting in the work, it's happening. I'm promising you that. If you're not putting in the work and taking care of self first for the things that you want and desire, well, that's a bit hard to achieve, right? It's just, you're going to stay on the merry-go-round, which may not be a bad thing, but I don't know. For some of us, I think we want a little bit more fun play to explore and not keep seeing ourselves in the same position. And I think this is the time where the merry-go-round gets to stop and you get to go to your next destination. Is it kind of like a Harry Potter thing where you can kind of get off? I don't know. Is it something like that? Maybe the Matrix. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just getting a sense here. There's something cool that's happening and unfolding. And yeah, I really like that for you, Pisces. But you've got to remember, friend, that you are good enough. And even though you may not be seeing all the things that you want to see right now, it's happening. So just keep doing the work for you and keep creating, because I think the creative part is important here. And creativity can be in many different ways, like any ideas, spark of inspiration that you're receiving, I think is going to be incredibly important. All right, let's get some more guidance here for you on what you need to know. All right. All right, let's have a look at, thank you, the energy here. So we've got 3 of Cups coming up with prosperity begins. So I feel naturally with this, Pisces, there's something here that you're connecting to, that you're feeling good about, some win here, okay? But that's where it could just be like oh, I've made some progress, and you're getting a bit excited, and maybe you're, I don't know, I feel like there's something missing here. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel you're just getting caught up in a bit of energy that's distracting you from the stability of something, okay? So only you're going to know what that means. Maybe, you've met someone that's getting you really excited in a connection, which is really wonderful, and I love that for you. But is it kind of distracting you from the things that you've been wanting to achieve and wanting to do and create, right? Are you putting as much effort and energy into things that you've been wishing for and praying for now that you've got this something that's showed up? So I don't know what that is. Only you can discern that. But I feel like there's just an important message for someone here. Solitude energy. What do we need to know? The Empress. Okay, so this is where you're powering up in your force and calling in the things that you're desiring. 4 of Swords. Yeah. So it's in the rest. It's in the... I feel there's a bit of metamorphosis going on right now, okay? But that's because you're releasing something. So when you're releasing something, it's allowing you to birth something new. And I feel that's what's happening with this solitude energy, where you might kind of slip into a state right now of, what is it that you want? Like, what position do you want to kind of keep engaging in? in your life that makes you feel this energy, that keeps you in the space of this energy. And I feel like the solitude, the routines that perhaps you do that power you up, again, the people, the places, there's just some recognition here that you know what's good for you, and this is where you find it. But a part of that is also, how do we shift out some of these things that aren't supporting us, that aren't serving us, that aren't making us feel like, valued the way that we should be valued. And it doesn't matter if you're a masculine or feminine. This is the part of nurturing, creativity, of attraction, just being able to own your intuitive, beautiful self. And with this Four of Swords, again, is confirmation. That's solitude as well. That's taking time out. That's going within to acknowledge the parts of you that still need to be visited, and what's in some way being rattled in a way that's keeping your nervous system in places you don't want it to be. That's unhealthy. And I think there's something about that here, because, there's something about situations, people, or places that just, you may not realize it because, and I don't know why the nervous system is coming up, but I feel there's something around that rattles maybe your nervous system, and where people exhaust you, or you might, find that you're feeling a bit anxious or unsupported, not safe, something about that. And it might be a little bit of a cycle that you get into. And the only way you're going to find how to acknowledge it and say goodbye to it is when you're really paying attention. And that's taking the time out to do that. Let's have a look at the Four of Cups and what we need to know. So we've got the Three of Pentacles showing up here. So this could be something that you want to build on, and you're, again, waiting to see the results and they haven't come through. And then we've got the Eight of Wands with this further energy coming up, which is the confirmation that you are going to get the news, or you're going to start having conversations to really start moving things forward, okay? And then we've got Three of Swords. Share more on this Three of Swords energy. Page of Swords, the Moon, the Chariot. So initially, some news that may come through, you may not be too crash hot about it. But what I feel is happening here with this is that once you might feel a little defeated, or you're feeling like you're failing, or something of that nature. But I feel what's happening here, the more that you look into things, it's like more things uncover. Yes, uncover is the right word. Because with this moon energy, it's also things that you can't see that you're looking for, or that you're not looking for. I don't know, but I feel the more you look, the more you find, right? But that also can get you into a little bit of trouble with, confirmation bias and things like that. So just be mindful of what you're searching for, because what you're searching for, you will always find. But whether it's healthy or not healthy, supportive, not supportive, but whatever that you do uncover, or whatever intuitively that you're getting information on, I feel is naturally going to come through with this Chariot energy. It's going to drive something forward. And in addition to driving something forward, I think it's going to allow you to release this burden that you're carrying. Again, I'm getting a little bit of sense of failure in some way, or like what happens if you don't make it. This could be some like further collateral from situations that you're kind of here. I don't know. I feel this is more about you being hard on yourself with whatever discussions and things that are coming through. But you could be working with people to heal them as well, because there's something balancing out in terms of this. So take what resonates. But I do feel there's more things that will show up here that will be supportive for you, but intuitively, it's like you know what to look at, you know what to find, you know what to seek, and that's going to allow things to move forward in strength for you, because this is a determined energy where you're running the ship, right? You're controlling the direction and the path and the journey, but you've got to listen in to what that is and I feel like with the Page of Swords, it's collecting evidence, it's collecting data as the way that I call it, right? And that's human nature. If you're a person who's quite vigilant or diligent, it's like you're paying attention to what's happening around you, so you can be self-aware enough to go, okay, well, this direction or this person or this place, something feels wrong and ain't vibing right. But when I connect into this, something feels good. So let's unpack that a little more, or let's unpack a little bit more what's a bit off there. Maybe it's a conversation that needs to be had, or maybe someone is going through a struggle that you're not aware of and they're not sharing it, but energetically you're feeling it. So there's so many layers, guys, and I feel like that's something here to uncover for yourself. But again, the more curious that you are, I feel the more that you can have fun in the flow of the waiting, if that makes sense. Okay, let's have a look at this chakra energy and what we need to know. The sacral chakra. Thank you. Page of Cups. So there's something, I think, exciting that is presenting itself that you want to work with and continue to grow here. Yeah, so there's definitely something that's shifting out. To have the Ten of Swords with the world energy or universe energy, something that needs to come to an end is going to come to an end. But this is a powerful ending. This is not an ending like, okay, maybe there was some time way back in the past, I don't think this is now, that there was perhaps betrayal, letdowns, whatever. I feel that's closing out now for you. There's all this goodness that's upon you here. And old... like just that little bit of like, the kind of way I'm seeing it is like energetically, it's still like this black coat that's over you that you're finally clearing out. It's like you're finally cutting the cords to that black coat. You don't need to sit in that part of mourning, and mourning as in loss, grief that something has happened in your past or in a situation that you're kind of looking at to, I guess just let go of, right? But it's a progress. It's a natural progression that's happening through whatever you're doing and creating and becoming. And whoever that you're working with too. Sometimes we forget that the work that we're doing is also healing us as we're healing others. Passion ignited. We've got Knight of Cups. So look, for some of you, this could be about a love interest, or someone presenting something that they want to move forward, connect with you, go deeper here. But again, sometimes to only get there is when things are fully changed and it's like an open space for something to come in. And I feel that's what's happening here. So again, there's a lot underneath the surface that is evolving here. And it's one that's really... I find it's a very beautiful unfolding, whatever this is for you, whether it's your career, some form of work and passion project that you have, whether this is a relationship. But first and foremost, this is a relationship with yourself of expanding more into the truth and, letting go of what you've been shielding yourself from, so you can truly participate and step into where you want to be and who you want to go. You're protected, Pisces, more than anything, being vulnerable and showing up in your true self is what's so powerful in this. And letting go of our guards and being vulnerable doesn't mean you have to spill your whole world on a platter and, like you don't have strength. This is owning who you are and being really good with who you are, even in the mess, even in, the moments where we've made mistakes, even in the times that we've felt rejected. There's power to that. And I feel like that's what you're taking from your whole journey right now, is all this power just to love more and love more in what you're doing and who you're spending time with, and really nurturing those parts of you and your life here. And that's what I see is kind of unfolding here. I don't know, maybe over the next week or so. There's some powerful energy coming up, which I'll talk more inside the Soul Collective. So if you're not a part of that and would like to join, you can get free membership. It's the second link below. Love you guys, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye.